8:45, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by Niranjan Abesundara. Southeast Asia's largest tyre manufacturing facility declared open in Horana today. Ms. Ali Sabri said stern punishment will be imposed for the suspects who are proved guilty for the Easter Sunday terror attacks. 26 major irrigation reservoirs are now overflowing due to heavy rain. Total number of corona patients in the country exceeds 50,000. New mobile phone application for tourists visiting Sri Lanka. In world news, wary of Biden track on Iran, Israel revises military options according to a newspaper report. Southeast Asia's largest tyre manufacturing facility was declared open in Horana today. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa declared open the Ferentino Tyre Corporation at the Bhagavat Export Processing Zone in Horana. The facility is spread across 155 acres of land. The new plant will provide up to 3,000 direct employment opportunities and 3 times as many indirect employment opportunities. The plant will also produce passenger car tyres along with industrial range of tyres for the European and other international markets. Minister Ali Sabri said stern punishment will be imposed for the suspects who are proved guilty for the Easter Sunday terror attacks. The commission appointed by the President looking into this matter has almost completed investigations and ready to submit the final report to the President. Thereafter, the Attorney General will take future action to punish the culprits. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Save your card with a balance transfer facility from People's Bank. More details at peoplesbank.lk.
Director General of Irrigation Nihal Sirivardhana said that 26 major irrigation reservoirs are now overflowing due to heavy rain experienced during the last few days. 8 sluice gates of the Rajangan Reservoir and 3 gates of Dadri Oya have been opened. The water released from the dams accumulate at the Kala Oya, and as a result, water levels of the Kala Oya have risen. Malwata Oya is also overflowing, inundating many lower-lying areas around Radhapura town and suburbs. The movement in Edumankulima along the Puttalamanna road has been disrupted. Irrigation Department said water can be released adequately for the cultivation purposes in the Jala season due to this situation. The total number of corona patients in the country has exceeded 50,000. Total count of cases reported in Sri Lanka reached 50,583 today, with 670 new infections. As for the Health Ministry's data, 43,747 of the confirmed patients have made complete recovery from the virus. However, 6,598 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centers across the country. Death toll, meanwhile, stands at 247. Health authorities said that the support given by the people in some areas to control the virus is not sufficient. They emphasize it is important to wear a face mask, maintain social distance, and to wash hands often. That ends local news for now.
Save your card with a balance transfer facility from People's Bank. Transfer the balance of another credit card to a People's Bank credit card with the lowest interest rate. More details at www.peoplesbank.lk.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The government has decided to introduce a new mobile phone application for tourists visiting Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority said that the app called Sri Lanka Tourism will be launched by the end of January. The authority has decided to make it compulsory for tourists to obtain insurance coverage through this application when obtaining visas. In addition, the insurance plan, Sri Lanka Tourism app will also include information on PCR test fees and health regulation to be followed by tourists when visiting Sri Lanka. Tourism Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said airport would be opened for commercial flights on January 21st, including tourist arrivals. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhaleba.
On to Watchlight. Businessmen attached to the Dambulla Dedicated Economic Centre requests responsible authority to take action to expedite the construction work on the cold storage complex at Dambulla, of which the work is going on at a very slow pace. The said economic centre was set up in the year 1991 and that they have been requesting authorities concerned since then to construct a cold storage complex, as 40% of vegetables and fruits go waste every year due to non-availability of cold stores. This cold complex is being constructed on a land next to the economic centre, which is 4 acres in extent. That came to in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Wary of Biden's track on Iran, Israel revises military options. Indonesia resumes search for victims in a black box of crashed Sriwijaya jet. Greece seeks to send 1,450 migrants back to Turkey. Israel is revising military options for a possible clash with Iran, as the Israeli newspaper reported today. As Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government braces for differences with the incoming U.S. administration on Iranian nuclear policy. U.S. President Donald Trump delighted Netanyahu by quitting the 2015 nuclear deal with Iran and reimposing sanctions on it that had been lifted in return for limits on activities that could potentially produce nuclear weapons in the future. Indonesian divers resumed a search today for the remains of 62 victims and the cockpit voice recorder from a Sriwijaya airplane that plunged into the Java Sea soon after takeoff last weekend. The search at the crash site of the Boeing 757-500, which was travelling from Jakarta to Pontianak, had been temporarily suspended on Wednesday after bad weather whipped up high waves. A team of divers recovered one of the plane's black boxes, the flight data recorder, from the seabed earlier this week, and efforts are underway today to retrieve the cockpit voice recorder. Greece is pushing to Iran to return 1,050 people currently in migrant reception centres in Lesbos and other Aegean islands into Turkey, Migrant Minister Notis Militati said today, calling on Ankara to respect asylum agreements with the European Union. Militati said Greece has submitted a request to the European Commission and EU border agency Frontex for the immediate return of the migrants who he said arrived from Turkey and whose asylum application had been rejected. The move comes ahead of a planned resumption of talks to resolve all long-standing territorial disputes between Greece and Turkey following months of tension between the two NATO allies. And back to the headlines of the world news. Wary of Biden's track on Iran, Israel revises military options. Indonesia resumes search for victims and a black box of crashed Sriwijaya jet. Greece seeks to send 1,040 migrants back to Turkey. That is world news. On to the
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Right, development news. European Union said it'll give Sri Lanka 3 grants worth 8.26 billion rupees to develop the country's court system, improve food safety and build low-carbon emission industries. These 3 grants are tangible pledge of support by the European Union to Sri Lanka, targeting 3 priority areas, Dennis Chaibi, the ambassador of delegation of the European Union to Sri Lanka, said. He further said, improving food safety will benefit producers and consumers by boosting the potential export of organic agricultural products to the EU and other markets. On to sports news, it's cricket. First test match of the England tour of Sri Lanka started in Galle today. Batting first, Sri Lanka were ordered for 135 in their first innings. England were 127 for 2 at stumps today. Joe Root 66 not out and Bairstow 47 not out. On to business news. Ceylon Bank recently relocated its Pothuil branch in order to provide superior banking services to its discerning customers. The new branch is located on Main Street, Pothuil town. The spacious new branch allowed the bank to welcome its customers with personalized attention, ensuring better customer service and better overall experience. New location is also more central, allowing customers hassle-free access to all their banking needs. And the banking hours will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. That was business news. Economic news, courtesy of
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Sri Lanka and Vietnam have immense potential for cooperation in the agriculture and fisheries sectors. Ambassador of Vietnam in Colombo, Phan Thi Bech Ngoc, endorsed during a farewell call on Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena recently. Ambassador stated that Vietnam can share their best practices, knowledge and technology transfer in particular. Mr. Gunawardena emphasized areas such as the canning industry, especially fish canning and fish feed production, which are areas that Vietnam can offer assistance to Sri Lanka. The ambassador Ngoc further said such collaboration in the fisheries sector will no doubt contribute to uplifting rural fishing and fish farming in the Batticaloa and Bolethivu districts. That is economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And the weather report, Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in the northern, north central, eastern Nuwa provinces and in the Matale and Nuwara districts. Showers or thunder shower will occur at several places. Fairly heavy fall of 3 meters can be expected in some areas as well. Sea area extending from Puttalam to Trincomalee via Kankasanture can be fairly rough at times. Back to the headline of the news. Southeast Asia's largest tire manufacturing facility declared open in Horana today. Ms. Ali Sabri said stern punishment will be imposed for the suspects who are proved guilty for the Easter Sunday terror attacks. 26 major irrigation reservoirs are now overflowing due to heavy rain. Total number of corona patients in the country exceeds 50,000. New mobile phone application for tourists visiting Sri Lanka. In world news, wary of Biden's track on Iran, Israel revises military options according to a newspaper report.